March 5th. We are going to start another day on the flatbed, and as you can see, we have a deck. Got the gooseneck well welded in. Got it welded in down the sides. Still got some touch-ups and prettying up to do to make it look real good, but I mean, I don't think that looks bad. This seam here and that seam over there have not been fully welded. I'm gonna come back through and connect the middles. I wanted to leave it separated a good bit so I could angle my wire this way, get a good bead, angle my wire that way and get a good bead, and really make sure those pieces were tied down good before I welded the center up. And then I'll just take a flat wheel and smooth those back out. You can see this seam here is the same way. Kind of already got some of it done. I'll weld that in a little bit more. But yeah, it's looking real good. We're gonna take it off. I've got it unbolted, which it's still a little bit on the warp side, but when you lock it down on the truck, you can't tell that at all. But I don't know if you can tell. It's about a ½ an inch. Not even a ½ inch, quarter inch. Barely get my tip of my finger under there. Warp, but when you put the bolts down, it tightens it right up, and you can almost tighten it down just with your fingers. It's not overly warped. So, well, that'll level it down. I'm gonna take it off and flip it so I can come in here and weld underneath. I hate welding upside down, so weld these. I did a couple of tacks up under here, but want to weld these out full. But I think these welds going down the side and the welds going down, or welds in the middle and welds on the side, I'm not worried about it warping, taking it from here over to there. So we'll take it off, flip it, bring it over there. When I do that, I've also got to come in the inside and weld up these corners, weld up inside the box all the way across so that the boxes are waterproof, and then fix these doors while it's upside down, and I can get a real good grind on that, fix those doors where they're perfect on this side. I can work on these two sides and the bottom after I flip it back over. And then I burned through a couple of spots under in the wheel wells where the wells were pretty thin, so I got to get under there and grind those smooth again. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so that's how we flip it. What we're gonna come in here and do now are those, we're gonna weld that seam all the way down. We're gonna weld this seam right here, down here. Waterproofing the boxes, gotta try to get to that one and weld that one. I gotta weld this one and this one, and all down that back side. This has got a little bit bigger gap. Try to get up in there. I don't know if I'm gonna make it in there or not. If I can't make it in there, what I'll end up doing is coming out here and welding that seam solid. If I can't get all the way up in there, we'll see. And got to get these, this is the top of the door, but I got to get this prettied up. It don't look good. Gonna cut a piece of angle to go in there. I won't have to weld that seam because it's welded on this side. I'll weld it there. So don't have to weld it on the inside. But I do need to try to get my head in there and see if I need to do any work around that seam. So, lots more welding. It's gonna be loud. As you can see, I don't have insulated ceilings, so it just is what it is. It's been too loud to film up until now today, but show y'all what I got done last night and what I've gotten done today. So I got this seam, I flipped it last night, but I got this seam just damn near perfect. It's within Bondo now. It's within Bondo tolerance. Got the doors all smoothed out where my door seams are. Got all my grinding done around, ground that seam, this seam, you know, ground all these down. But the big thing is we got the headache rack. My piece that's gonna go right here to protect the aluminum tank, we got it drilled out. I got drilled and tapped. Ooh, that doesn't work right. Drilled and tapped on this side, drilled and tapped over there on that side for a hanger piece to keep it from wanting to vibrate back against my tank. So I got all that in. I got these edges here welded in to waterproof this box and smoothed out. Got the piece up here for the headache rack. Had my dad down here because that's entirely too heavy for one person to pick up. It's 10 gauge. So this thing rolls over. We should be okay. Headache rack there. Got some pieces just clamped, sticking out to work as ledges. That's what all these myriad of clamps running all over the place here are. What I'm working on now is I want to make sure that I'm plumb and true and not leaning too far back or too far forward. It's going to look funny. Now my cab is on an air, so it's going to rock back and forth almost in a this motion as it rides up and down on the air system. So what's more important is that this headache rack piece is square to the side of the bed and square on the bed. You're not going to be able to use the cab as a judge because as the air system goes up and down, the cab moves on a little bit of a parabola. So using the handy dandy calculator in your pocket, teacher saw you never have. Use your Pythagorean, a squared, b squared, c squared. These are 60 inches and they're supposed to sit right at 41 inches. You can see that mark right there. So I need to come back to right there and that should be level. Now I'm gonna put it up there and tack it and then measure 9 ways to Sunday and make sure that it is sitting straight up. I put this angle on it to just give it something where it wouldn't fall back, but you can't go off of this because this is only 3 inches right here that it's clamped to. That's not enough surface area to guarantee this is straight. Plus, you know, that C-channel may have a warp or bow or something like that in it. You ready? Okay, go get in the donkey. I'll be there in just a second. So I'm gonna get these welded in, get all this level. I wanna get it where I can take and pick it up and take it over there to the truck and it not come apart. Now I guess I'm gonna have to get a little creative when I come in here to lift this thing to not disturb these. I may have to pick it up a little further back or something. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out. That's gonna be interesting. Or I may have to just take those off and get it on it and then level it. But I still gotta get it off after I level it. So I'm not leaving that sheet square. I'm trying to get it up there to cut the profile out, but it needs to be where it's gonna be for the profile to come out, and then I don't need to touch it. Once I get it where I want it, I need to leave those in until I'm completely done with the headache rack coming up from the sides here and tied back in. That way it will stay true. Once I get these pieces welded and cut and shaped and up and attached to this, once I get that piece attached, it's done. I don't have to worry about it. But up until then, I gotta have these on it. I may just have to pick it up from way up high and then see, or I guess I could move these out. I could move these out right to the edge and pick it up from in between it. That may be what I need to do. Huh. Didn't think about that before I did all this. If I come in any lower, it's not gonna do a good job holding the top square, so we'll figure it out.